ever wondered what makes a man unable to get you out of his mind? What creates that aching sense of longing when you're not around? It's not about playing childish games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about mastering the skills that make your absence impossible to ignore. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly how you can do that. Let's face it, many of us have fallen into the trap of overgiving, over-explaining, or even over-pursuing in relationships. It feels like the right thing to do in the moment, but it often leaves you feeling unappreciated or worse, taken for granted. So what if you could flip the script? What if instead of chasing his attention, you made him crave your presence so deeply that your absence became an unforgettable void? This isn't about manipulation or games. It's about transformation of yourself and how you approach connection. By mastering the 10 skills we'll dive into, you'll not only make him miss you, but also create a version of yourself that's magnetic, self-assured, and undeniably captivating. Are you ready to step into your power? Let's start with the first skill, one that will intrigue him and keep him hooked long after you've walked away. One, the power of mystery. Let me ask you something. Do you think he's truly curious about you? Does he lay awake at night wondering who you really are, what you're thinking, or what lights you up inside? If not, it's time to add a little mystery to your life. Mystery is not about withholding information or playing hard to get. It's about creating a sense of depth that he can't easily unravel. Think of it like this. People value what feels rare, unique, and slightly out of reach. The more predictable and simple you are, the less intriguing you become. Here's the truth. Men are naturally wired to seek challenges. When you reveal everything about yourself too quickly, it takes away the excitement of discovery. Instead, what if you allowed him to earn glimpses into your world? What if you made him work for the privilege of truly knowing you? Start with this simple practice the next time you're tempted to overshare. Pause. Ask yourself, does he need to know this now, or can I let him uncover it later? Share just enough to spark his interest, but leave him hungry for more. For example, if he asks about your weekend plans, you don't need to give him a play-by-play. Instead, say something like, I've got a couple of exciting things planned. I'll tell you about it later. Notice how this statement opens a loop in his mind, making him curious and eager to follow up. Another way to cultivate mystery is by maintaining a life that's truly your own. Have passions, hobbies, and friendships that don't revolve around him. When he sees that you're a whole vibrant person, independent of his presence, it creates a magnetic pull. He'll want to know more about what makes you tick, what excites you, and how he can become a part of your incredible world. But don't stop there. Mystery isn't just about what you say or don't say. It's also about how you carry yourself when you walk into a room. Do you radiate confidence, or do you shrink into the background? The way you move, speak, and engage with others speaks volumes about the energy you bring. If you want to leave him yearning for your presence, let your actions whisper the words your lips don't need to say. Here's a quick challenge for you. The next time you're with him, hold back just a little. Let the silence linger after a great conversation. Let your eyes do the talking instead of filling the space with words. Let him feel the anticipation of what's left unsaid, because here's a secret. When he's left wondering about you, he's thinking about you. When he's trying to decode your emotions or replaying your last interaction, he's investing emotional energy in you, and that energy creates a connection he won't be able to ignore. Now imagine this. Every time he doesn't hear from you, instead of feeling relief, he feels the weight of your absence. Every time you step away, he's counting the minutes until he can get close to you again. That's the power of mystery. It leaves him captivated, intrigued, and deeply aware of the space you occupy in his world. So tell me, are you ready to embrace the art of mystery? If you've mastered this skill, the rest will fall into place naturally. Let's keep the momentum going as we uncover the next game-changing way to make him feel your absence on a profound level. 2, mastering emotional independence. You ever stop to think about how much of your happiness is tied to him? Do you find yourself waiting for his text to feel validated, or adjusting your mood based on his attention or lack of it? If so, you're not alone. But here's the hard truth. Nothing makes a man take you for granted faster than when you make him the center of your world. Emotional independence is the secret weapon that sets you apart from every other woman in his life. It's about showing him without saying a word that while you enjoy his company, your happiness doesn't depend on him. This is what makes a man miss you when you're not around. It's the undeniable allure of a woman who's confident, self-sufficient, and unshakable in her own joy. So how do you master this powerful skill? It starts with taking back your energy. Instead of waiting for him to fill your emotional cup, focus on filling it yourself. What brings you joy? What lights up your soul? Whether it's dancing, painting, running your business, or spending time with close friends, lean into the things that make you come alive. When your life is rich and fulfilling, you naturally become magnetic. Here's a scenario. Imagine you're always the one texting him first or rearranging your schedule to accommodate his. Over time, he starts to sense that you're always there, waiting, ready for him to decide the terms of the connection. But what happens when you stop? You begin to focus on yourself and your passions instead of obsessing over him. He'll feel the shift. Suddenly you're not as available, not as able, and that space you create will make him realize how much he values your presence. Emotional independence doesn't mean ignoring him or being aloof. It means creating a life so full and vibrant that you don't need his validation to feel complete. When you exude this kind of confidence, he'll see you differently. He'll admire you, he'll respect you, and most importantly, he'll miss you when you're not there because he knows you're capable of thriving without him. It's also about setting boundaries. Let's be real. How often have you said yes when you wanted to say no just to avoid disappointing him? Boundaries are a form of self-love, and when you practice them, you're sending a clear message that your needs matter too. For example, if he wants to see you last minute and you've already made plans with friends, stick to your commitments politely. Decline and let him know you value your time. This subtle but powerful action communicates that you're not someone who's willing to drop everything for him, and that's incredibly attractive. Here's a critical question. Do you know who you are outside of the relationship? Too often women lose themselves in the connection, forgetting the unique qualities and strengths that made them irresistible in the first of all. Rediscovering your sense of self is crucial. Think back to who you were before you met him. What dreams did you have? What parts of you have been put on hold? When you reclaim your individuality, you become someone he's excited to know more about. Again and again, Stoicism plays a vital role here. It's about staying grounded and unshaken by external circumstances, including his behavior when he senses that you don't need constant reassurance or validation. He'll recognize your emotional resilience, and trust me, nothing is more captivating than a woman who handles her emotions with grace and strength. Love Stoic women. Those who balance warmth with self-reliance are unforgettable. If you're wondering how to start this transformation, it begins with small but intentional step. Start journaling about your goals and whose dreams outside the relationship. Commit to doing one thing each week that's just for you. It could be as simple as taking a class, trying a new hobby, or even spending time alone to recharge. The more you invest in yourself, the less reliant you'll be on him for your emotional well-being. Remember, when you thrive independently, he feels the difference. He'll notice the way you carry yourself with confidence, the way your energy lights up a room, and it's the way you make him want to earn his place in your life. That's the kind of absence he'll feel deeply. The absence of a woman who's whole, complete, and unshakably magnetic. If this resonates with you, hit that like button and drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're ready to take control of your emotional independence. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful insights like this. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next because we're just getting started. Let's unlock the next skill to elevate your relationships to a whole new level. 3, confidence. Have you ever walked into a room and you noticed how some women seem to command attention without saying a word? It's not about their clothes, their makeup, or even their beauty. It's about their energy. Confidence is magnetic, irresistible, and unforgettable. When you master the art of being confident in your own skin, you leave an indelible mark on everyone you meet, especially him. But let's get real for a moment. Confidence isn't something that magically appears. It's cultivated. It's built in. The quiet moments when you is to embrace yourself, flaws and all. So how do you create the kind of self-assurance that makes a man feel your absence so deeply he can't stop thinking about you? First, understand this truth. Confidence begins with self-awareness. You need to know who you are, what you bring to the table, and what makes you unique. Start by asking yourself, what are my strengths? What makes me stand out? These don't have to be grandiose qualities. They can be the little things like your sense of humor, your creativity, or your ability to connect with others. Once you recognize your strengths, own them unapologetically. Think about how you carry yourself. Confidence is as much about your physical presence as it is about your mindset. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and walk with purpose. Your body language communicates volumes. Before you even say a word, when you move through the world with poise, people, including him, can't help but take notice. A key part of being confident in your own skin is learning to quiet that inner critic, the voice, the one that tells you you're not good enough, not pretty enough, not smart enough. Let me tell you something, that voice is lying. Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about embracing your imperfections and realizing they're what make you human, relatable, and yes, irresistible. If you're struggling to feel confident, start small. Wear that outfit you've been saving for a special occasion. Speak up in a conversation where you'd normally stay quiet. Try something new that challenges you and pushes you out of your comfort zone. Every time you take a step toward bravery, your confidence grows. Now let's talk about a hidden truth. Confidence is contagious. When you radiate self-assurance, the people around you can feel it. It's in the way you laugh freely, the way you engage in conversation, and the way you hold space for yourself without apologizing for who you are. A love stoic woman knows that her confidence isn't just about her, it's about creating an environment where others, including him, are drawn to her energy. But confidence isn't just about how you present yourself to others, it's also about how you treat yourself. Do you speak kindly to yourself? Do you honor your needs and prioritize your well-being? Confidence grows when you take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. When he sees that you value yourself, he'll naturally value you more. One of the most powerful aspects of confidence is its ability to make you unforgettable when you're confident. You become the woman who stays on his mind long after you've left the room. He'll remember the way you smiled, the way you carried yourself, and the way you made him feel, just by being unapologetically you. Confidence also has a curious way of creating space. When you're self-assured, you don't feel the need to cling or chase. You trust that you're enough, and that trust creates a natural sense of freedom in the relationship. The space isn't a void, it's an opportunity for him to lean in, to seek you out, and to feel the weight of your absence when you're not there. Finally, remember that confidence is a journey, not a destination. You won't wake up one day feeling completely self-assured, but every small step you take brings you closer. Celebrate your progress, honor your growth, and remind yourself daily that you are enough exactly as you are. When you exude confidence, you're not just making him miss you, you're inspiring him to be better, to rise to your level, to appreciate the unique and radiant person that you are. That's the power of being confident in your own skin. He'll feel it in your presence, and even more deeply in your absence. Let this be your moment to own your power, because the journey to confidence is one of the most rewarding paths you'll ever walk in the best part. It's a journey you take for yourself, first and foremost, for strategic communication. Have you ever felt the urge to reply to his text within seconds, just to keep the conversation alive? Or maybe you found yourself sending a second message when he didn't respond fast enough, worried he might lose interest. Here's the truth. Sometimes the key to capturing his attention isn't about what you say. It's about how, when, and even if you communicate at all. Strategic communication is an art. And when mastered, it can leave him craving your presence in ways you never thought possible. Let's start with a simple but powerful principle. Less is more. Think of communication like a spark. If you constantly fan the flames, you risk smothering the fire. But if you give it air space to breathe, it can grow into something much stronger. The same is true with your interactions. Responding immediately to every message or always being the one to initiate contact sends a subtle signal that you're too available, too predictable. And predictability doesn't create desire, it kills it. Instead, try spacing out your responses. If he texts you, don't feel pressured to reply instantly. Take your time. Focus on your passions, your life, and then respond when it feels natural. When you're not always readily available, he'll start to wonder what you're up to, who you're with, and how he can get more of your attention. That curiosity is powerful. It makes him think about you, miss you, and want more of you. But strategic communication isn't just about timing. It's also about the content of your conversations. Do your messages leave an impression, or are they the same repetitive exchanges that anyone else could send? To stand out. Focus on being memorable. Instead of asking, how was your day? Try, what was the most exciting thing that happened to you today? Instead of saying, good night, try, dream about something amazing tonight. You deserve it. These small shifts turn ordinary messages into moments that stick. With them now, let's talk about the power of silence. Silence isn't the same as ignoring him. It's about creating